All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I got some squirrels. Dang it, they're looking for peanuts. I'm gonna put some peanuts out there. Hold on a minute. Ah! All right, we're going into long awaited. What is up with the country rap and this rap thing, this war that's going on? How did that get started? How corrupt is it? And what the heck are these dudes doing? I don't know. I have a feeling one of these dudes ain't who they say they are, and they might have tried to bamboozle somebody out of. Now they keep saying, you don't want none of this in the South. Are these people pushing a war, a civil war again? I mean, that's my question. Uh, are they trying to start a war within America again? I don't know. That would be pretty stupid. And the reason I say that is because our technology has advanced, right? If they started a civil war, it would be over within days um, with our technology. So, what are these people trying to do? I don't know. I think they got caught stealing. They're not who they say they are. They're wrapped up into drugs, prostitution. Uh, some people are saying trafficking and stuff. Maybe. Who knows? No one really knows. But we know this much. They're trying to run to old Trump. Um, get word to Trump. Now this whole thing with Calhoun and Upchurch, right? How did that end up happening? I don't know. Somebody did something they shouldn't have done, um, and they're trying to create. Like I said, I've been through this in the '80s with the rap wars and stuff like that. Nobody wins. They end up killing each other down to small numbers, right? So, are we going to let this happen? No, no. I know they're all running to Trump, but Trump can't even. Trump can't. We're not going to let it happen. Like I said, it'll be over within days, right? Uh, I know they're pushing for it. Uh, I don't know. Uh, they're thieves. Stole a bunch of money, uh, killed a bunch of people, and that's the problem with America. They praise them, so therefore it continues, right? If they're not getting any punishment for any of the madness that they do. Now, this whole thing with Upchurch and Calhoun, and that's kind of mysterious. You know, uh, they're trying to say uh, Upchurch has been filming people inside as a house or whatever. I don't know. I know if I had money, I probably would have cameras too on my property. I'm poor and I got cameras here. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, what are these dudes trying to do? I have no idea. No idea. I think somebody got within their tight little unit and they're infiltrating up churches, camp, Calhoun's. Now, whether I don't know who these guys are. Right? Somebody keeps talking about the Smiths or whatever, and we're seeing the Smiths in the Delphi case too, the murder case. Now, Keegan Klein has come out and said that. Oh yeah, he knows the Smiths and he lived with them and drugs and. Now, if it's the same guy, it's probably connected to these other guys. That's probably why they were connecting the dots from Delphi to certain areas down there, all the way up to Fort Wayne, Indiana, Angola, Indiana, all the way up north here. So it had to be, they're probably right, some kind of a ring, and they were running uh, drugs or whatever from what we're thinking probably, or trafficking kids or whatever. So it could be numerous things. Numerous things. Uh, the professionals are saying, well, they're using black magic, they're using magic, I don't know, probably. I wouldn't. Right? They're stealing, they're doing this and that. I wouldn't doubt it. They're stealing people. Yeah, I would. Music, it's a proven fact. Uh, and now people are coming out and even saying it, right? That they took a little bit of this and a little bit of that and created a song or whatever. So yeah, at least they're being pretty brazen and letting people know. But here's the thing: um, it's looking more corrupt and more corrupt because things ain't adding up. And then you bring in uh, outsiders, whatever. You got Cody, that redheaded dude that's supposedly related to Upchurch or whatever. Now Mike Smith has come, or not Mike Smith, whatever that dude, Mike 12 Pint or whatever his name is, has come into uh, Upchurch's camp and everything. So where does the whole thing start? I don't know. Probably somebody's inheritance or somebody's money or something or song or something they stole from somebody, and uh, somebody got pissed off. Right? These rappers, you steal their music, they get pretty pissed off. Right? And I understand what the African American rappers are saying. It's their rap is their thing. They created it. I've always backed them with that. Right? That is the black man's castle. Rap. They created it. Came from the street. Nobody wanted anything to do with it, and they built an empire. Right? So I can see how some of these people, they're saying it's country rap and all that, and some of these real rappers getting up. Yeah, I can see how that's happening. I mean, we don't go into rap. We're in rock and roll, right? And rap don't come into rock and roll, and or country or whatever, and tell us how to run our house. So I understand what the the real rappers that created it are saying it's their house, they created it. Anything after that is just a spinoff of real rappers. So we're not going to let this war happen in America. Like I said, people don't give a shit if they know Trump or Trump's doing this, Trump's doing. This war ain't going to happen. If this war happens, and they're pushing for it, it's going to be over within days, folks. The ground will rattle. Many people will be gone. That's how fast it's going to happen. They think it's going to be like the 1800s or whatever, another civil war and everything. No, we're going to end this real quick. This is going to come to an end real fast if that's what they think they're going to do. Like I said, there ain't no way Mother Green and the ass kicking machine is going to let this happen. It'll be over fast. But everywhere we go, we're starting to hear this from this whole thing. The civil, the South's going to rise again. The South, and I think it's a very stupid move for the South because you got nowhere to go, baby, but the ocean. And once Trump cuts another deal, which we're waiting for, he's already cut one with UK. We're going to be working with Japan, China, Russia, Germany, Canada, you name it. We're cutting deals with them all. We want peace. With what's coming to this world, we're going to have to team up just to survive. Right? But I don't know what they're pushing this shit for. It's obvious somebody did something they shouldn't have done. And they're trying to create a war as a diversion. Ain't that right, President Trump? We are not going to allow that. Well, half of these guys are felons and they're on camera with weapons, right? That's what the American people are talking about, President Trump. If you break one rule, if you let one thing slide, now it's a chain reaction. Now everybody's doing it. So I don't think this civil war is going to happen. And if it does, folks, stay at home. And if you have to evacuate an area, right? Keep eyes, ears. I mean, the war's already going on, been going on, right underneath their noses. But now finally the government figured out what's going on. Corruption. These people have police involved. They got a lot of money. They're paying people off. Politicians, government, you name it, families. That's the art of the game. It's a racket. It's a racket. The whole thing is even the real rappers thing was a racket. It was a bunch of gangs. So yeah, I don't know. What are you gonna do? There ain't nothing you can do really. Just stay out of it. I have no idea how this madness started, nor do I really care how it started. I'm waiting to see what kind of things Mr. Upchurch has on tape with some of these guys, right? Somebody must have threatened him or something in order for him to videotape everything. So, who knows? Who knows, right? Who knows? But I'm not falling for the Civil War shit. Like I said, they keep telling me you don't want none of this. Oh, I want some. I want some. I think every American wants some of the American pie. Uh, I don't know about the magic or whatever you guys do, or the voodoo or the Southern magic or whatever, but we want some of the America. We want a piece of the pie. And if it is corrupt and they allow this Southern war to start, uh, then it's the government's own fault. Right? Ain't nothing you could do. Like I said, America's already been placed on a terrorist hub list. Uh, they're white people, they're black people, they're Hispanic people, they're Philippine they're gangs. They're just a tool for the government to use. Now the truth has come out. They have the evidence. It was corrupt. Right? Trump's lucky he broke away from some of these people. A lot of us are lucky we broke away from these people. Right? We seen the evil and we didn't want no part of it. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting wrapped up, and not unless it goes into a civil war. Then we got everything already pointed here, and everything is placed already in America. Uh, why these boys were out uh, yelling and screaming in this war or whatever. The Trojan horse came and placed everything where it needs to be. And they're just waiting for this war to pop off. The government's just waiting. We're just waiting. Right? We might have some new canyons down south uh, after the Air Force is done making Swiss cheese out of it. Uh, we are a country divided. Not only divided, uh, chopped up into little pieces. And yeah, we're pretty much tired of this crap in America. President Trump, Congress, Senate, Pentagon, our beloved military. We're giving you a signal. The Lord is giving you folks a sign. Uh, we're pretty much tired of this shit. Being railroaded, stolen from, you name it. Uh, Witchcraft, sorcery, all this stuff. It's within our own families, right? It's woven itself. It's like a fabric. It's woven within America. And we've come to break the curse. And we've come to put people in the ground. Right? That's what they're going to do to these people. Right? They've done too much. They're connecting now murders to this stuff. Uh, Drugs and everything to this country, this rap, whatever it is, or the real rappers. Well, we knew about the real rappers. I mean, that's how they built their house, was drugs and murder. So we're going to get more into this whole rap music madness. I'm washing my hands of this country. I really am. I know it upsets a lot of people, but there ain't no way these people in this country deserves any more high tech weaponry. Uh, for one, they turn around and sell it on us. For two, they don't know how to use it properly. For three, I'm tired of wasting my money on you folks. I'm tired of wasting my money on you folks in this country. That's why a lot of people are boot scoot boogieing out of the country. Now, whether they were being tracked and they had to leave, whatever. But, this is going out to Congress and Senate and Pentagon and everybody. The American people are tired of this bullcrap. And I think the Lord gave these people a last warning, right? Leave us alone, return our money and our health, and just go away. You know? And that's majority of Americans, right? We don't have time for this crap. And it does make me think that's why people are also leaving the church and everything like that. It ain't right. These dudes ain't acting right. Um, you know, they're acting suspicious of something. Now, once again, I got no beef with the real rappers that created it, right? I got no beef with them. I went through the wars in the 80s, the rap wars. I survived the rap wars of the 80s. I survived the cocaine wars. I survived 2025. And I wasn't even wrapped up into this stuff. Had nothing to do with me. But we had to live through it. American citizens, innocent people uh, that were killed for no reason, just to be initiated into their gang or whatever. So we've been through this, President Trump. We ain't going through it again. Like I said, the Lord warned you. Heed the warning of the Lord. I was just a messenger and they cursed me, killed me, and whatever. But we're going to keep going on. And if they want their civil war, yeah, I think Mother Green and the butt kicking machine is hoping. Like I said, there's some new technology we want to use. And what better way to show the rest of the world is to use this technology on our own people, our own country, to say, look you keep messing with us. We're going to show you a little taste of our new technology. You keep messing with us. We want peace. I got no beef with China and Japan, Russia, and numerous countries. I think these people are pissed because our government did not advance in technology. They might have in war defense, but as building structures and trying to come up with new inventions for energy and stuff, we failed. The only reason these people are pissed and blaming China is China, 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 Russia, 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 because they're idiots. And I already know Trump's going to cut a deal with all these countries. And all you dudes are going to look like fools. And what's our government going to say? Well, these are the guys that were pushing the whole thing. They pulled the warriors. Right? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Warriors movie, but that's exactly what our people now are seeing, right? You're pissed at China because they produce stuff cheap. America can't. They cannot do it. You're pissed at Japan because Japan are very smart people. Their whole city, their whole thing, everything is 10 times better than America's technology. It's numerous things. These guys are pissed. They're pissed. You know why? I don't know. Maybe the government's coming down on them and they're trying to blame everyone else. I don't know. I'm not going to war with any of these countries. We would rather have peace than massive body counts everywhere, right? I can still smell the stench from the CB thing. So get it straight down there. We know you guys are gangbangers. We know most of you have done prison time. You're killers, rapists, traffickers, all kinds of stuff. Uh, you know, if you are the government's line of defense and they're actually hiring killers and murderers and rapists to try and infiltrate or corrupt America or whatever, they've lost. Now Trump's even talking about he ain't running again. He wants out of it. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, but I can tell you this much: we don't want no civil war in America because it ain't civil. Uh, you know, and if you think the heartbeat of America is the South, I don't know. You folks, you're back. You're living in the 1800s, and we go forward. We ain't going back. You punks are going back. Right? Whole Civil War thing and all this and that, whatever. Well, take that shit somewhere else. Right? And if you want to, if they're saying, well, we talked to Trump, well, then take Trump with you. Okay? Because we don't want this Civil War shit. And whether you want to think it won't be over fast, it will be over fast. Believe me, it will. The technology we're going to show, this Civil War is going to be over very quick. Very quick. Uh, because they ain't running the show. I am. And I will drop the biggest thing that we just got done doing on this country to prove we're sick of your shit, your religions, your corruption, your witchery, sorcery, magic. If you don't like it, then prepare to meet your maker. But this Civil War is going to be over real fast. Right? Real fast. And the stats and the investigators and the scientists are not lying. America is a hub for our own madness. I think the South has already been infected. I think somebody took it into their own hands uh, and has already done damage down south. It was God. He told them, don't mess with us. And they got their floods, they got their tornadoes coming, they got their earthquakes coming, they got famine coming, and they got national uh, recognition. But there's one person you don't mess with, and that's thy God Almighty. And he laid the laws, he paved the road, uh, and it ain't over yet, folks. You know, these things will be going on around me, the Lord said. Don't I fret none. I'm not worried about it. The Lord reassured me that more disaster is coming. These people refuse uh, to give in. And when that happens, it's over. The Lord will do his work in America. I don't know what to tell these people. I didn't create this war. I didn't create it. You got police showing up trying to arrest people, and you got the citizens police now showing up saying you ain't taking nobody nowhere. You ain't arresting nobody. If we arrest anybody, it's going to be used. Now, they're looking for cops, federal agents. It's corrupt. It's this, it's that. Well, do what you want, folks. You best straighten it out real quick, because the Lord said if you boys don't get in line, He's going to put you in line. I hate to say it, but He will. He puts everybody in line. Right? Now, for the last time, I don't deal drugs. Well, the government knows that. I don't rape and pillage my country. The government knows that. I don't do things just to do them. If I see there's a threat to America, I handle it. We did. That's my job as a citizen. I don't need anybody to tell me any different. I don't answer to anybody but God. Right? I can make movies too. That's what I've been doing. I don't make a dime off of it. I'm poorer than a joker. Right? I ain't even got enough to be a midnight toker. You understand? My whole world and everything was raked and pillaged. Now, if you come to me looking for anything other than love, understanding, because I've seen it all. Right? I've seen way more than Alice Cooper. And there's a difference between the streets and civilian life compared to parties or whatever, where everyone's having an orgy. That's nothing major. Doing a bunch of drugs. I grew up around that. It's nothing, right? I'm not worried about the cannabis, not unless they're monkeying with the cannabis. It's this other crap that they're doing: LSD, PCP, licking toads, DMT. The list goes on and on and on and on. We live amongst very evil people. They don't want to give our money back. They don't want to give our money back. They think they're above everybody. And they might be in the sky. They might have one in the sky, in the heavens or whatever. But he's going to fall real quick. We bow down to nobody. I'm tired of licking these people's asses, Trump. You understand that? Pentagon, I'm tired of this shit. America's tired of it. You don't have to listen to me, but you best heed the warning and the word of God. It's just a matter of time. Right? Like I said, while you folks were out there doing crap, arguing with each other, politics and all this stuff, everything has been placed. You're never going to find it. You ain't never going to. They got you by the balls, America. You were blinded by Satan, and thy God Almighty came in and placed everything in this country. Now, if you scream out your civil war, you're going to attack America, and you ain't making movies, then the Pentagon already told you, folks. You'll be raising your kids by someone else will be raising your kid. I don't care. I've been blacklisted, blackballed, all because I stood up for myself. I'm going to get a piece of America. There's no way around it. They know that. Everyone else knows it. and I will not abuse my powers. Right? Why? Because I don't go out looking for trouble. Right? Uh, in every action, there's a reaction. So, how corrupt is it? How many of these dudes are involved in it? I don't know. We're looking into it. There's certain couple people's names that keep popping up in cases. Uh, Even some of these fortune tellers or tarot card readers and stuff, their names, the same people's names are popping up in their readings and everything. I don't know. Maybe the Lord is trying to tell us something. For all we know, maybe someone did try to take out Upchurch, right? Amongst all this rap war stuff or whatever, country rap. Uh, Maybe someone did. I don't know. We're trying to investigate what the hell happened. Somewhere it went bad. We know Upchurch was doing videos saying that people were following them and things were going on and helicopters flying around and all kinds of stuff. Right? Well, let us get to the bottom. We'll see and figure it out. Did somebody roofie him? Did somebody try and slide him some bad junk or something if he was doing something on drugs or whatever? Somebody laced some of his pills or something that he's on for asthma or whatever. We don't know. We got to investigate it, right? Find out what happened. Where did it go bad? You know, uh, did Upchurch claim to be king of rap or country rap, and they all retaliated and attacked him? I don't know. You know? I don't know. Well, there's one thing a lot of these people have in common, and that's the streets, drugs, corruption, and prison. And that's what a lot of these rappers have in common. Now, what these people are doing, which the federal government is loving this stuff that's going on, because these guys are running to Trump, right? They're all coming out saying they got photos with Trump, and the federal government and Homeland and all these other countries are looking, right? And do I blame Trump? I really don't blame Trump because he probably don't realize he's being used. He's being used. He ain't got a clue. Take a photo with us, Mr. Trump. And then they go out and say, Trump, we're here and we'll do whatever we want. We know Trump. I think Trump's getting sucked up into it. I think Trump's had enough of it too and everything. But the federal government and all the branches of the government, and 5 of them that you folks don't even know about, are loving it because they're trying to get Trump implicated in the madness or whatever. Maybe they all do. Maybe it is a giant trafficking ring. The whole Epstein thing, this whole thing, and in the Delphi case, names are just rolling now that they got these guys behind prison. Right? They're cutting deals. We're gonna knock, 10 years off your sentence if you give us some names. Now Keegan Klein came out that he knew the Smiths and some other people and everything. Now this is how it works. It's called playing ball, right? It's called playing ball. When you're looking at 90 years in prison, they're going to start giving up names. That's how it works. Now the thing is we caught a lot of these government people and police and everybody that were telling lies, right? The investigators, they investigated it and said there's no way that happened. Informants uh, being paid to lie to police and government and sending them on a wild goose chase. Where I think it all probably happened is maybe Upchurch uh, pissed on somebody's Cheerios. A lot of people were saying he was trying to get into the crime sector. Why? Very interesting. Same thing, we're seeing it all over the place. What would be the safest thing to do? Well, shut America down and investigate. Close the borders. You can't. It's just going to get worse. It is just going to get worse. We got too many people coming in, too many people coming out. By the time they come into the country, they uh, they activate a cell, and they're gone. They leave the country by the time the government even knows what's going on. So you got to shut it down. Now, a lot of names are coming out through the government and through even some of these psychics, which we're looking into the psychic stuff to solve cases and everything. So I've been writing down all these names that this lady and some of these psychic people are throwing out there. And yeah, it makes sense and it does add up. Now, whether you folks want to believe it or not, that's up to you. But how would these people know this stuff, which is true, which only the government knew about? Certain people within agencies knew about, and these people are, and I would say it'd have to be God. Now we've already caught politicians in this town and these people that they're gangbangers. A lot of them are upset because their daughters or sons are dating these people, and they're gangbangers. Some of these politicians we've caught paying these people to kill people and set them up for crimes that they did not commit or whatever. So, like I said, folks, we're going to shut down America, and we're going to have a good old fashioned door to door pickup. Right now, they know it's corrupt. Why? Because the only people that are getting picked up are these certain gangs. They're not picking up any of the MC club. Well, Texas is starting. Texas is starting to pick up these MC clubs and gangbangers and the little Rukins, gangs. Uh, and with Trump not on board, Trump's only getting rid of the Hispanics and Cubans and uh, whatever else he's sending back. But the question is from everyone else is he looking into this other stuff, or is he being paid? Or is he paying people? I don't know. That's the government thing. That's a government thing to look into, right? It's a government thing. You can't get involved in it. I know I've had enough of the madness in this country. I'm tired of getting stolen from and cursed and voodoo dolls put on me and all kinds of stuff. And I'm not calling for a civil war. No, 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 no. No, we're not calling for a civil war. If we do this, Mr. Trump and the Pentagon knows, and everyone else, it's going to be Armageddon. This is going to be good against bad. Their civil war is going to look like baby shit compared to the great coming of Jesus uh, and the battle. And most of us will be right there with Jesus. Yeah. And what did they do to my Chicago after I left? Right? It's a mess. It's a mess. There's 50 people running around out there claiming they're me, and 50 other people claiming they're my family, and all this robbing me blind everywhere in this country. Just robbing me blind. Everyone in on it. Nah, well, who cares? We'll keep continuing to investigate, even the government. Right? Truth is, this country is corrupt. The only way you're going to get it back is paid the money that you've destroyed, the lives you destroyed, or whatever, whoever they were. It's a bunch of dudes with testosterone, or testosterone, whatever they call it, right? South's going to rise again. This will cause a civil war. This is going to. There ain't going to be none of that shit, boys. There ain't going to be none of it. The first shot, the first gathering of people, and a laser beam will come out of the sky. That's no joke. I got no problems with this, with Iraq, Iran. I mean, them people never did anything to me. Not a dang thing. Right? These people, China's. I never had a person from China. I've never gotten a conflict with somebody from China. Right? My ass whoopings have always come from my own kind, my own race. Right? I don't know. So I'm asking China, Japan, and the rest of these countries to please stop cursing us for what people did to your country back before most of us were even born. We weren't even on this earth. But yet, the ones that weren't on this earth, when you folks made bad calls, bad decisions, were suffering for it. And we refuse to suffer anymore for what a bunch of idiots did. In Jesus' name. All glory goes to God. Now let's take a minute of silence for the ones we lost. Oh, look at guys. It's Jake. It's the it's the it's the crow. Brandon. Go on, take a peanut. Go on, dude. Go ahead. Grab a peanut. Oh, here comes his sidekick. There you go. Eat some of that food. There you go, buddy. There you go. I'll tell you what, their feathers are beautiful. When they open up, they look like they're black, but then all of a sudden, they turn a bluish color. All right, I think we're going to end this video in an hour. We don't want your civil war. We don't want any war. I'm too old to be rolling around on the ground with these people. So we will have to use drastic measures. But we're going to guarantee the American people, if this war breaks out, we will make sure it's over within days. Of course, all glory goes to God, King of kings, and the great creator of everything. We want peace. We want justice. We want health. We want many things. What we don't want is death. You fed me enough death. We'll continue to investigate to see what the heck is going on with this rap shit and all this and that. And then you have to take in consideration Ernie Shell uh, getting involved with music, or these African American, when he was driving around with that black guy, and he threw himself out of a vehicle. He's just out of nowhere. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Right? And the black guy's like, "You honky, you better get away from me. What's wrong with you, you crazy ass?" These guys are causing trouble. They're causing trouble. I'm dumb, but I ain't that dumb to go into the rap house and start telling them what it's going to be like or whatever. Uh, like I said, I'm dumb, but not that dumb. They don't come into my house and tell me how to run it, and I don't go into their house. That's their house. They created it. If it all burns tomorrow, that's their own thing. They created their own house, their own empire. I didn't. So I don't go into their house telling them what it's going to be. Right? You folks should listen to Eminem more. He's just a guest in the rap house business. And I agree 100% with him. The only one that used his head. He didn't create it. He does it, but he knows rap came from whoever other than white people. I don't know. Maybe it did come from white people from back in the 20s and 30s, which people are saying there's evidence of that. Maybe. Maybe nobody liked it that was white, and the African Americans made an empire out of it. Still, no matter what, it's their empire. Uh, and it's ugly. I'm not going to lie to you. It was built on drugs and murder. But that's their house. I don't go into their house, and they don't come into mine. Uh, for one, if I was invited to anything like that, uh, I probably would be scared shitless because I know the streets, and I know rap is very violent. So I ain't getting into that. I got a bunch of bluebirds out there now. I got like three of them out there walking around. And the two crows are up in the tree watching them. I don't know. That's just my opinion. We'll continue to investigate. We're investigating everything here at this channel. Couch potato investigation, YouTube sleuthies. And now we know that these rich people, these powerful people, are paying these YouTubers to cover certain things and to get information on us, to blackmail us and try and use. Right? We've already caught them 5 years ago, folks. Why do you think most of them changed the names on their channels or open new ones? Because I got them in my lockup. And they were messaging me, can you give me my channel back? And that's my original channel. And, you know, is that what you want? I mean, you were paying these people. Why were these people being paid by these rich people? To do bad things, to cover up stuff. We've caught them making fake documentations, fake warrants, fake all kinds of stuff. Fake, fake, fake. Whoa, what the heck is that? Car just flew by on the sidewalk here. It was a tan van, it looked like. Tan colored van. Came flying through her. You know, someone did that a couple years ago. They drive all the way to the back of the building by my apartment, and then they drive the van or vehicles on the sidewalk here. And someone almost got hit. They came around from the other side of the building on the sidewalk, and this car came through here. And almost hit them. And they were cursing and stuff. What the hell? You're not supposed to be driving on it. These people do not go by their rules. They don't abide by the laws. And they expect me to do what we tell you, or else. I don't know, somebody in a tan colored minivan just bolted down the sidewalk here on there. Well, like I said, folks, I wouldn't be preparing for a civil war. I would be preparing for the great Armageddon. That's where we're heading. And everyone knows that. Congress, Senate, we're already talking burn this shit down, Johnny. Burn it all down. We'll rebuild it. Well, we might. We just might. And these people thinking that they got a chance in hell to start a civil war, we will bomb the shit out of you folks in our own country. Trump has already told you that. We'll bomb the shit out of your country or channel or state or whatever it is. And I don't think they're joking around. I don't think Mother Green and the butt kicking machine is joking around. They won't turn it into Swiss cheese. You ain't got a chance in hell. You ain't got a chance in hell with this civil war. No joke. I already got word. They'll turn that whole South divide into Swiss cheese. Right? We're cutting deals with Canada. We're cutting deals with everybody. And like I said, you ain't got nowhere to go but the ocean. You're running out of property down there. And that just might be what they're going to do, push them all the way back. Right? We set up the gates of hell here. We'll funnel them in. Right? But we might have to push them back to the ocean. All right, we're at 1 hour. You've been watching the Johnny Kramer Music Movie Channel. Is any of this real? No, it's just a movie. Are these guys trying to kill me just because I'm saying, doing stuff? Probably. But I'm not lying about the Civil War. They even get wind of it. And we knew this was going to happen. They're all, it's, Trump sucks, Trump this, Trump that. Okay, maybe. But once he cuts them deals and we become allies again with these other countries that you folks insist, you want to blame China because they produce stuff real cheap. And it's a big seller in America because it's a big seller because everybody's not rich. And I was watching a guy last night. He's like, if we try and produce stuff here in America, it's the price of it's going to be phenomenal. Anything with a USA stamp on it. Why? Well, because our workers are paid top dollar. And because the workers are so powerful and strong, unions and everything, that forces the businesses, the owners, to raise the price because they got to pay for the workers. I don't know who started screaming Civil War, but I'm way ahead of the Civil War crap. This is Armageddon. You call it whatever, Civil War, World War III. It's going to be Armageddon. And it will be over fast. Within a blink of an eye. And all glory will go to God and continue to go to God. And this country will no longer worship anything but God. And that's it. We give the devil no power and we give the devil no worship. America did it to itself. You can cry all you want. You can blame me. But the historians and all the scientists, the historians, and all these people, and all these people know uh, that I had nothing to do with this madness. You created this madness before I was even on Earth. I'm just sitting here wasting away on a piece of ground in my hometown, waiting and wanting, looking for a different way. We are asking for peace, no more wars. God gave you people brains and humanity and integrity. Start using them. Instead of your death machines. That's all you people want from me is death machines, more death machines, and that's it. I'm done with the death machines. I'm done with this stuff. I paid my dues to this country, and I paid my dues for stuff I didn't even have anything to do with. And I'm done with the madness. You want your civil wars? I'm just warning you for the beloved government and the citizens. Uh, your civil war will be over very fast. And it is these people that are choking us out in America. Your gangs, your madness, your wars, your civil wars. And we welcome Armageddon in the United States if that's what they want, Lord. All glory goes to God. Thanks for another day, Lord. Forgive us for our sins. Some of us barely sin at all anymore. It's a boring life, but we're good. Uh, we're good here. I'm happy with it. Any day above ground is a good day. And I've been below ground many times. And I'm done. And not even my mother can control me anymore. She's pissed. She's more pissed than anybody. But we live and learn and we go on. God bless America, what's left of it after this, whatever they're doing. And we continue to push forward and go forward. And if you folks want to go back to your civil wars in the 1800s, go right ahead. We'll help you along. Make sure you got no power, no water to eat, no food or anything. Well, if that's what they want, Lord, send them back to their days where they felt like they were kings. Most of these people think they're gods. That's where they screwed up. You folks have a good day. God bless. I'll be back with some more stuff. Sure, we're investigating everything. Uh, right? We're investigating everything. I really wish you people would stop walking around acting like you're related to me, stealing a bunch of money and everything. Don't worry, we're going to get to them judges, them police, and them people that were corrupt, gangbangers or MC Club, whatever. Scum sucking leeches is what you were inherited, Mr. Trump. Bunch of scum sucking leeches. And they'll suck you down with them. All glory goes to God, amen, and enjoy your day, folks. I think we got some rain coming today or tonight. I don't know. I gotta get back to cleaning this apartment. I had inspection a couple days ago, and I only got so long where I gotta have it cleaned. So. God bless.